All right, guys, 2013 Ford F-150. This one, the customer complaint is the AC blower motor stays blowing all the time. It doesn't matter if you turn the AC off or on. Currently, as you can see, it is blowing, and the AC controls are on. If I hit the button here, you can see it here blowing. If I hit the button here and turn it off, the fan stays on. It stops cooling, but it's still blowing cold. I mean, it's still blowing on it, pretty much on its maximum speed, looks like, and there is no speed control. So whatever speed it's at, it stays constant. So we're gonna check the relay. I'm gonna show you there's no codes. I'm gonna show you that, and we're gonna check the relay. Right here we are at the front of the engine, and this number 3 is the blower motor relay. So we're gonna pull this one out and give it a test. And our test, we're going to be using a product which we sell on our website. I highly recommend it. This is a relay tester. You can test relays manually, but the advantage of this device, it tests the relay rapidly 10 times. And in the case of a failure, while you're testing, it's going to change from green to red, this light. So if you get a red light, then you know within those 10 activations and deactivations and testing of the circuit that relay had failed once. So you know you need to replace the relay. All right, so we went ahead and pulled the relay. As you can see, the control side is here, actually here, and that's the circuit side. So now we're gonna go ahead and connect the relay tester to the battery. So we're gonna hook up black to negative and positive, of course, the positive. And now we are ready to test. So we're gonna put our relay, and as you can see, this is a 4-pin relay. So we're gonna switch this up here to 4-pin. And now we're going to insert it, which would be, this is the correct layout, as you can see. So the 2 controls on the side, and then stick it in. Now it's in, and now we're going to hit the test button. It's going to test it 10 times rapidly. Okay, the relay tests good. So most likely our failure is not at this relay. Again, link in the description, guys. This is definitely a very economical tool and will basically save you a lot of trouble. Relay pulled, no air, of course. So we're gonna go ahead and put the relay back, and then we're gonna have to troubleshoot somewhere else in the circuit where there's a failure that's causing the blower motor to basically stay active. All right, next step, guys. There's a signal that comes from the actual AC control. When you turn that knob and dial it lower and higher to control the fan speed, it sends a pulse width modulation to the fan controller, which is down here. So that white and purple wire, as you can see, tapped into that, and I just got it into my meter, and I've got my meter set to alternating current, so I can look at the pulse. And as you can see, we currently do have a square wave, right? It's a 5-volt square wave, as you can see. So now what I'm gonna do is, I've got the speed control pretty much to the lowest setting. So I'm gonna go ahead and raise it halfway, and you're gonna see if we get a change. And we do, I'm gonna put it maximum. You can see the pulse is changing. Now I'm gonna lower it all the way to the lowest setting. See that? So that tells me that the control is actually sending the pulse, and it is increasing and lowering as it should. So our problem most likely is not going to be with this signal coming from the control unit. I've got it on maximum, and now back to the lowest setting. But the fan, of course, is staying at the same speed, right? So now we got to go to the next step. Next step, we went ahead and unplugged the blower motor control. All right, guys, we've disconnected the plug for the blower motor control, and this is the plug, and looks fine. And back there is the actual blower motor, and the fan went off when we unplugged it, which is good. It should go off. If it does not go off, you might have a ground short somewhere. So this green, both of these, green and blue, you should get battery voltage on them. If you don't, and that blower motor stays on, you've got a short from this wire going to the actual blower motor. In this case, we do not, so I'm going to call this as a bad speed controller. So we need to have this module replaced. That's going to be the fix for this one, guys. If you didn't know this, now you know. Knowing is half the battle, boys. Click that thumbs up button. See you on the next one. All right, guys, we got a replacement module. Important to note, you always want to put this in and install it properly before connecting it and turning it on. These things heat up extremely fast and they will burn out. They need to have the air flowing through them for them not to burn out. So you definitely have to have this installed before you test it, okay? All right, we got it installed on the maximum. And it is blowing maximum, as you can see. Put it to the lowest setting. And it is actually lower. It's actually low. Now I'm going to turn it off. And now it goes off. That's it, boys. Fix, like, and subscribe.